What if I told you that the key to success isn't persistence, but knowing when to walk away? Steve Jobs was kicked out of Apple. Michael Jordan left basketball at his peak. Oprah was fired from her first job. But guess what? They all came back stronger. Today, I'll reveal why even the world's most successful people have had to walk away, and how making the right exit at the right time could be the best decision of your life. Stay till the end, because the cost of staying in the wrong place is greater than you think. Life is like a journey. Some people take the right train, while others end up on the wrong one. But the biggest mistake? Refusing to get off. People stay in bad jobs, toxic relationships, and failing businesses for years, because they believe quitting is failure. But let's look at 3 of the most successful people in history who knew when to walk away. Apple was Steve Jobs' baby. He co-founded it, built it into a tech giant. But in 1985, he was fired from his own company. At 30, he had lost everything. He was humiliated, devastated. But instead of begging to stay, he let go. He started a new company, Next. He bought Pixar, which later revolutionized animated films. And years later, he returned to Apple, and turned it into a $2 trillion empire. Jobs himself said, "Getting fired from Apple was the best thing that ever happened to me. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life." Lesson? Sometimes, walking away isn't failure. It's the first step to your greatest comeback. In 1993, Michael Jordan was at the top of his game. 3 NBA championships. MVP titles. The best player in the world. Then, he walked away. His father was murdered. He felt burned out. And at the peak of his career, he quit basketball and became a baseball player. The world called him crazy. But Jordan later said, "I needed to step away, to find myself again." A few years later, he returned to the NBA. And won 3 more championships. Lesson? Sometimes, leaving what you love is the only way to love it again. Before Oprah became a billionaire media mogul, she was a young news anchor in Baltimore. But guess what? She was fired. Her boss told her she was too emotional, too dramatic for TV. She could have stayed. She could have tried to fit in. Instead, she walked away. She built her own brand. She launched The Oprah Winfrey Show, which became the highest-rated talk show in television history. Lesson? Being rejected isn't the end. It's a sign that you're meant for something bigger. 1. Fear of letting go is costing you more than you realize. Most people don't stay in bad situations because they like them. They stay because the unknown feels scarier than misery. But let me ask you, what's scarier? Leaving and struggling for a while? Or looking back in 10 years and realizing you wasted your life? If Steve Jobs had held on to Apple out of pride, he never would have built Pixar. If Oprah had stayed at that news station, we wouldn't have the Oprah Winfrey Show. Walking away opens doors you didn't even know existed. 2. Success comes from reinvention, not just persistence. We are taught that winners never quit. But that's not true. Winners quit the wrong things all the time. Jeff Bezos left a high-paying job on Wall Street to sell books online. He built Amazon. Elon Musk walked away from PayPal and went into space exploration. He built SpaceX. Howard Schultz left his job to start a small coffee shop. You might have heard of it. Starbucks. The biggest successes don't just keep going, they know when to pivot. 3. If you're not willing to walk away, you're not in control. If you're afraid to leave a relationship, a job, or a situation, who really has the power? You? Or the fear that's keeping you there? The most powerful people in the world don't cling to things. Because they know, if something isn't serving you, it's already gone. Steve Jobs. Michael Jordan. Oprah. Bezos. Musk. The people we admire most? They all knew when to walk away. So now, ask yourself, What am I holding onto that I know I need to leave behind? Because your biggest breakthrough might just be on the other side of letting go. If this message hit home, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. What's one thing you know you need to walk away from? Let's talk.